So, did you mean anything to a narcissist? Now, that's the question that has plagued the mind of so many survivors. So many of y'all have asked me this question in some way, shape, or form. It might be in my comment section on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, wherever. It might be in my one-on-ones over Zoom. It might be in my support group. Believe, did I mean anything to them? Like, was I special to them in any way? Or was I just another check mark or another tick, another check box or whatever it may be, right? That's what we're covering in today, y'all. If you're new here, my name is Lee Hammock. I'm a diagnosed narcissist. And we're chatting today, y'all, on the Narcissist Code about your value to a narcissist. Your value, your worth. So I use those words, but don't conflate. Don't get it twisted. Your value and your worth are not determined by a narcissist. It's impossible. A narcissist cannot determine your value or your worth. They're not qualified to do that. They're not qualified appraisers of a highly empathetic person's value or worth. They're not qualified to appraise you. They didn't go to appraiser school. They don't have an empath appraiser license. They cannot determine your worth or your value. So let's get that out the way first. But did you mean something to them? Hey, it depends. I know that's what y'all wanted to hear. Like, Lee, what the hell? It depends. Like, get Lee Hammock off my screen right now, you dreadhead piece of beep. What I do? I don't make the rules. It really does depend, right? So if you are a fling that they just call at 11:30 at night or 1 o'clock in the morning, you get a "you up" text, you probably don't mean as much, right? Think about that. If they just text you at night to come over there and bounce on top of you or get behind you or on top of you for a little while, you probably don't mean much other than a big O or a little O or whatever, right? You probably don't mean much. Let's keep it hot. Let's keep it ready. If you're just FWB or a situationship, you probably don't mean much to that narcissistic person. So think about it right here. Why? I know we in the age of hookup culture. Y'all think that shit cool or whatever. It's not. It's not. I'm just telling you. If they don't establish a relationship with you and they're just calling you at 11:30 at night, 12 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock in the morning, and you're acquiescing to their request and you're letting them come over there and crack or pop or just bounce on top of you or whatever, like, they're not going to value you at all. Like, maybe if I get them some buns, they'll value me and put me in a relationship later. Why would they do that if they're getting what they want from you? You know what I'm saying? If I come over there and if I pleasure her, she'll love me later on. Why would they do that if they're already getting what they want from you now? Why would they establish any type of title, any type of dates, or anything like that? Why would they do that? They don't have to. Why would they do something that they don't have to do? I'll just say that right there. Why would they go above and beyond for someone that they don't have to go above and beyond for? If it's not a prerequisite, if it's not required, why would they do that? And this is not me trying to bash y'all who choose to live the type of lifestyle. It's just, if you have a goal in mind, if you want a serious relationship, don't just let them come over at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning. That doesn't work. They're not going to value you anymore because you're available to them. I'll just say it like that. They're not going to value you at 3 o'clock in the morning. So if that's your relationship dynamic, if that is the parameters of your relationship, then you probably don't matter as much. Let's be real. You probably don't matter as much if those are the parameters of your relationship. Now, on the other side of things, now, remember at the beginning, I said it depends. So on the other side of things, think about it like this. If you're dealing with a manipulative, abusive, toxic ass person, right, and it's been going on for a while, if this relationship has any type of longevity, if this relationship has been going on for a while, then you might mean something to them, right? If it's not just a 3 o'clock in the morning booty call or hookup or whatever, then you might mean something to them. Right? And like I said, and this is not a flex. Don't just be like, well, Lee said if they don't just call me at 3 o'clock in the morning, we in a relationship, it's a flex. Like, I mean something to them. Y'all, there are so many people that I talk to that wish they meant nothing to a narcissist. Because if you mean something to them, they can become obsessed with you. And I know some of y'all are like, ooh, they're obsessed with me. Hey, There's a lot of good therapists around to help you out and understand why you want a narcissist is obsessed with you, right? But the obsession can make them dangerous. That obsession can make them lose their minds and go crazy. It's not when a narcissist or a toxic person is obsessed with you, it's not a flex, right? So if you mean something to a narcissist, again, which the narcissist does not carry any weight in your life. What you mean to a narcissist does not carry any weight in the real world. This is just me making this video. If you mean, you see the quotation marks, if you mean something to a narcissist, a lot of times they think they own you. They think you belong to them. If you mean anything to me, then you belong to me. That's what happens right there. If you mean something to me, then I think you belong to me. So I'm going to treat you like you belong to me. You see how that works right there? I'm going to treat you like you belong to me. If I think you belong to me, I'm going to treat you as such. So they're going to, if they think you belong to them or they own you, they're going to act like it. They're going to treat you like you belong to them. And that's not a good thing. I'm telling you, you don't want a narcissist that thinks that you belong to them. You don't want that. I know some of y'all, but I do kind of want it. I do want them. I just want to know that I matter to them. That's why therapy is so important. If you're healing from a narcissist, that's why talking to a therapist or a coach or someone is so important to understand why you want to mean so much to this abusive, lying, cheating ass person, right? I know most people just want to know that they matter. And I get that, right? I understand that. You want to know that you mattered, but you want to know that you mattered in the right way to the right person. This is probably not the right person, especially with the way that they treated you, especially with how the relationship ended or how it's currently going. There's so many people that are battling, dealing with this narcissistic person about how things are actually transpiring right now. So that's something you have to reconcile within yourself. Like, why do I want to mean so much to this person? Because narcissists, I'm just keeping it hot with you. Like, the more you mean to a narcissist, the more they think you belong to them, the harder it is for them to let you go. Right? They get restraining orders. You can get a restraining order. You can get them locked up. They'll still be trying to come back into your life. They don't care. They will still try to find a way back into your life. They'll promise to change. They'll go to therapy. They'll be praying. They'll do whatever it takes to get back into your life in some manipulative type of way. But is it genuine? No, it's not genuine. This is my thought right here. And you don't have, again, you can disagree with me. I truly do not believe that fast change is real. I don't think if anybody changes overnight to keep you, or like if you've been begging them to do something and then all of a sudden now because you've left, they want to do it. That's not real. That's just another form of manipulation. That's what you have to wake up to right there. If you've been begging them to do something and you finally decide to leave and now they want to do something, now they want to do it, that's fake. That's them being manipulative again. That's the little manipulation, popping his head, peeking his stinking ass head above the water like this, like, hey, that's what that is right there. So that's something you absolutely have to consider right there when you're dealing with a manipulative, abusive ass person. They're going to do this a lot. They are. They're going to do this a lot. So that's something that you have to battle with or you have to deal with as you continue to move forward, as you continue to heal and as you continue to grow. Like, that narcissistic person does not get to dictate your worth or your value. And the crazy thing about it is, it's going to sound backwards. It's going to sound counterintuitive. The more you mean to a narcissist sometimes, the worse they're going to make you feel. They're going to devalue the hell out of you, to make you question your own self-worth and value, to make you feel like there's no one else out there going to want you other than them. They're going to make you feel like you're wasting your time if you leave them because you're never going to be happy again. Nobody else is going to want you. You got too many kids. You're broke. You're a bum. You're too short. You're too fat. You're too skinny. You're too tall. Whatever it is, right? You're ugly. You're not attractive. You bald-headed, right? You stink. They're going to try to devalue you. The more you mean to a narcissist, they're going to try to make you feel less because they don't want anybody else to have you. And they want to convince you that nobody else is going to want you. That way you stay with them. Right? If I can successfully convince you that nobody else is going to want you, then typically you're going to stay with me. Think about it like that. If I convince you that no one is going to want you, that means you're going to stay with me. Right? That means you're going to end up staying with me. That means you're going to end up wanting to be with me for a very, very long time. And that's the way it goes. That's the way it's going to work. So as you continue to heal, as you continue to grow, that's something you need to think about. Like, the more you matter to a narcissist, a lot of times the worse they're going to try to make you feel, right? And that's what you have to compete with in your own mind. Like, okay, they're making me feel bad. Is this true for yourself? This is why self-love is so important when you're trying to heal from a narcissistically abusive relationship. Because, like, you got to answer these questions right here. Is all these things that they're saying true, or are they BSing with me to try to get me to stay with them? Or are they BSing me to try to get me to stay here to try to get me to believe this crap? Or are they trying to make me question my own self-worth or value just so I can stay with them? Is that what they're doing here? Those are questions you really, truly have to ask yourself at the bottom. Like, it's kind of like Stone Cold Steve Austin. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so type of vibes, right? That's the stuff you have to ask yourself. So what did you mean to a narcissist? It really just depends. Did you mean anything to them? It really just depends. Like, and the crazy thing about it is, y'all, even if you mean something to them, it does not mean that they won't cheat on you. Narcissistic people are very good at compartmentalizing their thoughts. I can feel like I care about you and you belong to me, but I can also be cheating on you and feeling the same way about multiple other people. I have different compartments in my mind. You see? Just because you might mean something to them doesn't mean they're going to treat you better. They might actually treat you worse. They're still going to cheat on you. They're still going to emotionally and sometimes physically abuse you. You're not going to be immune to it. So, like, I mean something to them. And I'll say this right here in closing, y'all. Longevity does not mean happiness. Just because you've been together for a long time does not mean the relationship is happy. You know. Anyways, y'all. Thank you so much for making it to the end of my video. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're so close, y'all, to hitting 500K. And also, click on one of the videos on the screen to watch another video, y'all. I appreciate the support. Thank you all so much for the super thanks and the super stickers. I see them all. I'm super grateful. I'm investing it back into the channel as well, y'all. Thank you. Mental Illness is out. Peace.